All right, folks, this is Harris Sultan, and I think it's only fair for me to explain to you what's happening in the background. I obviously started off with just the Australian flag, and then I ordered both the Union Jack and the American flag. The Union Jack came before the American flag, and I tried to have them of similar size, but I think the American flag is the biggest one, as you can see. So that's why it's in the middle. There is no preference, although I am an Australian citizen. So my first and foremost loyalties should be with Australia, and they are, but my channel is not just about Australian politics or what's happening in Australia. From my perspective, I'm looking at Western civilization, and I've been saying it for a while. I think Western civilization is under a serious threat. Internally, from Islamism and third world migrants coming in and watering down Western values. And externally, of course, we have China, Russia, North Korea, and hopefully the Islamic regime will be taken care of. In my opinion, the internal threat is far more serious than the external threat. The American military machine is the greatest military force ever. I don't think China can match it. I don't think Russia can match it. I don't think even if they unite together, even then they can't match the US military might. However, if America becomes weaker internally, then they can come out on top. And we have seen how lefty, woke politicians are watering down our great countries. Every country you look at, I know America is safe for now because we have Trump in office, but how long have we got? The Democrats are going to make a comeback after the midterm elections. And then after that, who knows? Who knows? Ronald Reagan said that we are only one generation away from losing our freedom. So I would say that we are at this point only one election away from losing our entire civilizations. It's a serious threat. And some files have just come out by a commission in America that was set up to determine how EU's policies are infringing upon the free speech rights of American citizens. Nobody cares about our free speech rights. Nobody cares about British free speech rights because, you know, we have been occupied by lefty woke politicians. But in America, Americans take the free speech rights very seriously. And of course, they have the muscle as well. So as it turns out, the EU has been pressuring big tech companies since 2015 at least into censoring speech. What do I mean by that? So there are a lot of files. I went through this thread. It's pretty long, pretty big. So I'll just try to summarize it to you. Eva Vladingerbrook did a pretty good job at doing that. So I'll read that to you. Thanks to the judiciary GOP, we now have proof that the EU has been actively censoring legal content that goes against their agenda, and that they interfered in at least 8 European elections, including the Dutch elections of 2023 and 2025, by meeting with social media platforms to pressure them to censor political speech in the days before the vote. Leading up to the Dutch elections of 2023, that was a time when Geert Wilders' star was shining. So they have been actively pressuring American social media companies to control the narrative as they see fit. What kind of political speech did they want censor? Populist rhetoric, like, too many migrants, anti-government, anti-EU content, anti-elite content, because we're supposed to worship our elite. Political satire, we can't tolerate satire now. Anti-migrant and Islamophobic content. You see that? Now, it doesn't matter whether you're a European citizen or an Australian citizen, or you're in America or Canada. If you put up something, then American tech giants were being forced to censor your speech. Anti-refugee content, because they were flooding the European continent at that time with third world migrants. Anti-LGBTQI content, meme subculture. In other words, anything that goes against their agenda, anything remotely right-wing or conservative, and anything pertaining to the disastrous migrant situation we have here in Europe. And the only platform, now I'm going to tell you why the EU has now declared war personally on Elon Musk. Twitter is the only social media company in 2023, which when it was bought by Elon Musk, opted out of this. They said, we're not going to adhere to your conditions. And that's the reason why they're now coming after Elon Musk. So Macron has ordered ex-offices in Paris to be raided. And at the same time, Starmer is opening up a fresh investigation into Grok. So these two are working together. And at the same time, guess who has jumped in? Pedro Sanchez. Look what he's saying.
Starting next week, my government will implement the following actions. First, we will change the law in Spain to hold platform executives legally accountable for many infringements.
Many infringements, like how dare they give Spanish citizenships to 500,000 illegal migrants like it's candy. Ooh, you can't say that. And if I post that on X, then this dictator, this fascist, is going to hold Elon Musk personally responsible for that. Can you understand the implications of that? I know Elon Musk is not going to be backed down by this. He has actually already said that, look at this, dirty Sanchez is a tyrant and a traitor to the people of Spain. He is. But what do you think Mark Zuckerberg is going to do? What do you think Google is going to do? They're going to say, oh, are you going to hold us personally liable? So what we're going to do, we're going to start heavily censoring people's content. So I wouldn't be able to run my YouTube channel. I wouldn't be able to, I don't even use Facebook. What dinosaur uses Facebook? I'm sorry. I haven't used Facebook since 2020. I do have an account, but I barely check it because Mark Zuckerberg, he's a sellout. He's an absolute sellout. He was censoring people left, right, and center back in 2018, 2019. And then as soon as Trump came to power, he suddenly laid down. He's like, oh yeah, whatever you want me to do, I'll do it. So he's a sellout. So he would do anything. But Elon Musk is the only person who's saying, you know what? F off. But this is clear intimidation. Now they're coming after our free speech, guys. They're killing our countries. They're torturing us, and we're not even allowed to complain about it. This is how bad it is turning out to be.
Taking place on their sites. This means that CEOs of these techno platforms will face criminal liability for failing to remove illegal or hateful content.
Hateful content. And let me remind you again, saying something like, how dare you donate 500,000 Spanish citizenships to third world migrants? Now that is hateful. You cannot say that. And if any platform allows this, the CEO of that platform will be held personally responsible. And criminal proceedings will be initiated against that CEO.
And for that, we governments need to stop turning a blind eye to the toxic content shared under their watch. Second, we will turn algorithmic manipulation and amplification of illegal content into a new criminal offense.
This is a common accusation by these EU officials and leaders that Elon Musk purposefully tinkers with the algorithm and he amplifies certain voices. That is an absolute lie, because Elon Musk actually said that I am happy to give you an insight into my algorithmic processes. Will you withdraw from all your demands then? And guess what? They didn't say anything, because they know every single algorithmic code is justifiable. There's a reason behind it. And Elon Musk swears by it. He said, no, I'm not amplifying certain voices. All you have to do is just spend some time on X. This is why I keep recommending you guys use X, because that's the only platform where you can see anti-Elon Musk, anti-right-wing, anti-conservative content. That is, sometimes I actually wonder, why is X promoting people like Bushra or these Islamists? Why is X promoting them? Even though they are full-on attacking Elon Musk. On X right now, people are calling Elon Musk a pedophile and Jeffrey Epstein's associate, which I have made a separate video on that. And I'm like, hang on. Why is Elon Musk not shutting their voices down? He's not. I don't know what he's made of. I'm not hero worshipping him, but if I were him, I don't know how I would have handled it.
This information doesn't appear by itself. It is created, promoted.
It's created by people who think like that, you dirty fascist.
It's spread by certain actors.
Yeah, by us. People who don't agree with your stupid ideology. What's wrong with that?
We will go after them as well.
You will go after us. Are you a little Franco? Are you a little Mussolini? You're going to come after us? You're going to come after us for our speech? Fuck you.
As after the platforms whose algorithms amplified the disinformation for profit.
For profit? Oh, yeah. Well, you're doing it for profit. You're importing third world migrants at the expense of the welfare of your own people. You are a corrupt fascist dictator.
No more hiding behind code. No more pretending that technology is neutral.
It is neutral. Just because you don't like what we have to say doesn't mean that it's not neutral. That's the whole point of having free speech, you dirty fascist. What do you think? Everyone is going to agree with your worldview? Is that what you think? We should all say, oh, what a brilliant idea that is to give Spanish citizenships to 500,000 illegal migrants. Okay, we should do the same in the UK. 900,000 or 1 million illegal migrants, give them all British passports. Isn't that beautiful? Let's live in peace and harmony and sing Kumbaya. What a beautiful idea. You idiot. Just understand something, that there are people in the world who may say, maybe that's not a good idea. You know why that's not a good idea? Because of the videos that you're looking at. Maybe it's not a good idea. Maybe we shouldn't really bring in people who have totally different values, who grew up under totally different circumstances, who look at women differently, who look at homosexuals differently, who look at political speech differently, who look at everything differently to us. Maybe they're not going to be compatible with our worldview or with our social values. Maybe that's not a good idea. No, how dare you say that? That is hiding behind code. Elon Musk is amplifying these voices because there's some evil people behind that. No, you are the evil people.
Third, we will implement a hate and polarization footprint, a system to track, quantify, and expose how digital platforms fuel division and amplified hate.
Amplify hate. I hate misogyny. I hate homophobia. I hate totalitarian ideologies, and I hate everyone who holds those views. What's wrong with that, you dumbass? Isn't that what you're saying, that we are hateful and you hate us? Isn't that what you're saying? Aren't you saying that you're going to put us behind bars because you find our words hateful? Well, we find your ideology hateful. This is what I'm saying, guys. America is our only hope. Screw him. I don't want to listen to this crap anymore. So this commission was formed because these conditions being put by the EU are infringing upon American free speech rights. That's why J.D. Vance said what he said in Munich last year, which pissed off a lot of Europeans. It's like, whoa, okay, you want to tone police, you want to control the speech of your people in Europe, go do it. But when you extend the net of your policies, that is catching American people too. It's catching us too. But, who cares about us? We're a tiny little country, Australia. And unfortunately, we have like-minded, fascist, lefty, woke politicians here as well. But this is why I'm saying America is our only hope. But do not take it for granted, because once Trump is gone, who knows what's going to happen? Who knows? So yeah, so these three flags are not in any order. I am looking at it from a civilisational angle. Australia is my home, where I live. Britain is our cultural ancestor, and America is the muscle of our civilization. I'd love to be the citizen of all these countries, but it's okay. Keep the fight going, guys, because it's coming, whether you like it or not. That fight is coming. And we're going to see these lefty, woke politicians become more and more desperate and brutal in pursuit of their goals. And those goals are not in favor of Western civilization. Those goals are not in line with Western values. Free speech, freedom. I read a meme somewhere. It had a photo of George Orwell, and it said that I wrote 1984 as a warning, not as a freaking instruction manual. It is so dystopian. It's just turning out to be like that. Isn't that amazing?